ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि।
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्।
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किक केसरी वेदांताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வனேர ஓமளவும் வாழ்வு.
So we saw the meanings of Swarakshani api asaktasya kohetu pararakshani. Ingara shodhyam varado enna. So while analyzing the Charma Shloka of Varaha Avatara, when an individual soul is disinterested in his own protection, then how can he be busy with enemies' protection by the Lord, and protection to be given to others by him? So this will be what we call a query or inquiry or a question that comes to our mind, because Lord is interested in protecting us. Why should we be interested in protecting ourselves? So that was the basic question. Now we saw that ajam endru, the word ajam, so என்று புருஷாந்தர சஜாத்திய ஜன்ம நிஷேதத்தாலே தன்னுடைய ஹேய பிரதிபடத்துவத்தை காட்டுகிறான்.
சாமி ஒரு நிமிஷம் இல்ல, நீங்க சொன்னாங்களே நம்ம பெருமாளே பார்த்து பாருங்க மறுபடியும் தமுங்க தென்னாச்சார சம்பிரதாயனுடைய தத்துவம் ஆயிடுமே அது இல்லையா?
அதான் அதுதான் சொல்ல வர சுவாமி தேசிகன்.
ஓ ஓகே ஓகே.
He wants to iron the difference between the Tengalai and Vadagalai Sampradaya.
Okay. Okay.
That is very important because today, unfortunately, we have divisions, and fortunately, many are together. Yesterday, I attended a marriage, and it was a Tengalai marriage. I think both sides are Tengalai marriage. And then what I said was, as Ashirvadaha, as blessing, the third Pashuram of Tiruppavi, Ongi Valahalan. Ovangi Valahananda Uttaman Perbadi, I recited the Tirupavai, and we normally stop with Ningada Selvam Nerindu. That is the Ashirvada Pashuram for newly married couple, and of course anybody else also. And I also, of course, said the other one, Shatamanam Bhavati, and so. Because Tangalais are supposed to be lenient towards Nalayara Divya Prabandham, 4,000 divine utterings of the apostles. So we have to satisfy them make them happy by saying some Pashuram. We also say Varanamayinam last verse, Vayunan Makkalai Petru Mahilvare. May they become parents for good children. Vayunan Makkalai Petru Mahilvare. Ayanakkagathaan Kanda Kanavini. So here, we were discussing a lot in this sentence, namely, it's a little difficult sentence to understand. So when we say Ajam, he is unborn, Lord is unborn. That means we belong to another category, namely, we are all born. So we have all what we call discrepancies, lacunae, deficiencies. So we are not complete in anything. Therefore, Purushantara Jati. Generally, as all of us know, when you say Purusha, there is only one Purusha, only one man, that is primordial human being, namely Lord Srimanarayan. And therefore, we are all Purushantaras. We are other categories of the so-called Purusha. Purusha generally meaning a male human being. But particularly it means Mahapurusha or Purushottama or Uttama Purusha and so on. Now, since Rama also took a form just like us, namely a human being, so Sajatiya Janma Nishedham. So at times, Rama showed himself as Almighty, and therefore, so Sajatiya, that means he doesn't want to mingle with us in the sense that he has no birth, Janma Nishedattale. He has no birth. So Tannudaya Heya Pratibhatattvatte Kattugகிறான். So once a person is born, say for example, we are born, then we have got all the qualities, namely the three categories, namely Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Whereas Lord Sriman Narayana is fully made up of Sattva only. And since Rajas and Tamas are there with us, there are so many bad qualities, avoidable, unnecessary characteristics, we say. That is called the single two letters, Heya. Heya meaning avoidable. We can avoid bad qualities, but we don't. The problem is we don't. So Pratibhatattvatte. So Pratibhatam will be what you call enemy soldier. Bataha is soldier. Bataha also can mean ordinary servant, but generally it means army soldier. Army soldier is called Bataha. We even say Yama Bhataha, because that those servants of God of death are risky, dangerous, and therefore we all call him Yama Bhata. Yes, Jawan. Yes, Jawan in Hindi. So Pratibhataha, opposing enemy. Pratibhataha, opposing soldier. So who is that opposing soldier? Lord Sriman Narayana. Lord Sriman Narayana is our enemy. Yeah. Senani, Senapatihi. So Heya Pratibhatattvatte Kattugகிறான். So Lord shows that he is inimical towards us because we possess bad qualities. Now, what does he do for removing our bad qualities? He tries a lot. He tries a lot. He gives a lot of opportunities. He gives a lot of chances. But we don't correct ourselves. So he is sad. He is angry. And therefore, Then, of course, the goddess is there, Mahalakshmi is there to soothe him, SOOTHE, and then make him come around to bless the individual soul copiously. ஸோ இங்கு ஜனனத்தை நிஷேதித்தது மற்றுமுள்ள பாவ விகாரங்கள் ஷடோர்மிகள் என்றார் போலே சொன்ன. வி சா திஸ் ஆல்சோ, ஐ திங்க் இட்ஸ் ரெப்படேஷன், பட் ஸ்டில். ஸோ ஜனனத்தை நிஷேதித்தது, தட் மீன்ஸ் பர்த் இஸ் ப்ரொஹிபிட்டட், பேண்ட் ஃபார் த லார்ட். மற்றுமுள்ள பாவ விகாரங்கள். Now, why Lord is different from us? In the sense, he is an enemy to us, because he belongs to the opposite party, opposite category. Because we have bhava vikaraha, whereas he has no bhava vikara. His emotions are equanimous. Our emotions are imbalanced. Our feelings and attitudes are differing from each individual soul. Each individual soul has got a unique emotion which is bad and which is different from others. Vikaraha meaning change. So we also change our attitude. Every now and then we also have a lot of different feelings in different situations. So then Shadurmihal, that we saw already, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. So these are the 6 waves dashing our life ocean. So these constitute, namely the emotions, attitudes, changes of the emotions and attitudes, feelings, and also the 6 enemies constitute what we call our birth. So our birth is not necessary, as we also feel. Lord also feels that all of us must be with him in Vaikuntham as Nityasuri or Muktas or released souls. And he need not take care of us also, because already much care is taken. So Chaitanya, there is no need for much care in Vaikuntham, as we understand. So Chaitanya doshangal. So we have got all defects. I told you just now, deficiency. So Chaitanya, Achetana doshangal. Even the inanimate objects have got defects. I told you the example also. Some stone is stamped by all people. All people in the sense sinners also. They are not useful. Stones are not useful. So some stones are lucky because they form the steps of a temple. Devotees put their feet on it. And then some stones are becoming even the divine figure of the Lord. They become idol. The tangible divine figure of the Lord. So they are chiseled into different varieties of gods. Varieties, of course, avatars, incarnations. Doshangal, so there are defects. So எல்லாத்தையும் நிஷேதிக்கும் அதுக்கு உபலட்சணமாகையாலே. While you want to understand Lord, then you dismiss all this because of the word birth. The birth will be what we call a comprehensive term which negates us, in the sense which dismisses us, whereas Lord is different from us. So nishedikum aduk. We are not supposed to go near God at all because of our defects. Samipyam, even that is not granted. Now what do we do? What do we have? Ashakti rupamana dosham karitu. So Lord will help us, and we will also try to avoid our bad qualities. Though we are helpless, though we are powerless in removing our bad qualities, we still will try. So we'll try, and the effort that we put in will be granted or will be blessed by the Lord. So we remove our defects, then heya pratibhatatvam siddhikar. So we also become just enemies to the bad qualities. So we also oppose bad qualities. One example I will give you. Yesterday, a friend was saying, we will try to avoid onion in our food as far as possible. As far as possible. So while taking food outside, we cannot avoid, as you understand. So while we do it at home, so we try to avoid on particular days. This is what we call heya pratibhatatva. Meaning, since Vedanta Deshika has also written to us ahara niyamam. So I include this also. So avoidable qualities must be opposed to tooth and nail by us. That then we will become almost one with God. Almost one with God, not God. So samipyam, sarupyam, salokyam will be achieved. So sayujyam cannot be possible. So அவதாரங்களில் ஸ்லோகாதிகளில் சொன்ன இடத்திற்கு அபிநயத்திலே தாத்பரியம். Actually, we have finished this page. Sorry. Okay, no problem. So we have come to the last sentence. So in the incarnations, there are so many situations of melancholy. melancholy. Melancholy, that means sadness. And what we must understand is the essence of the bad situations in the incarnations are only the what we call apparent and unreal activities of the Lord. He only makes a drama. The whole world is a drama for him. So Vartattai Veliyidugara. Now we understand this meaning in the page 18. Manushya Dehinam Cheshtam Ishannapi Mahayogi Tena Vanchayate Lokan. I think we have not understood the source from which this came. I shall give you in Sanskrit Keshavdas Swami so that we can find out from Google Acharya. Google Acharya is they say today. So Manushya Dehinam Cheshtam. So the activity of a human being or many beings, many human beings. Activity of the many human beings. Manushya Dehinam. We have a body to use because the individual souls have, as human beings, have bodies and therefore we act. This is activity. It's not acting. It's not drama. Then Ishannapi Mahayogi. So what does he do? Ishaha meaning master. The one who bosses over. So Lord Sriman Narayana bosses over us. Though bosses over us, he must be giving clear instructions to us. As a boss, he must be giving us clear instructions, correct orders. But what does he do? Vanchayate loka. He cheats the worlds. In the sense, he dupes the worlds. We say in Sanskrit, pratarayati. Pratarayati meaning he keeps us in dilemma. He confuses us. Why? Why does he confuse us? Because he is Mahayogi. He is a Mahayogi. When we meditate, we also are meditators. We also can call ourselves yogi. But when comparing with the Lord, he is a Mahayogi, whereas we are not that much good in yoga, in meditation. That is physical exercise and mental discipline. Tena vanchayate loka. So he has a command over us, and therefore he is able to cheat us. You understand the reason why he is able to cheat us? cheating us is don't misunderstand it as leading us to a wrong path. No, he is not leading us to a wrong path. He tempts us with a lot of attractions and sees whether we fall a prey to those temptations. That's the meaning of it.
Just how we play with the children, the cheating. It is like that. It's also a play for him.
Right. Right. So here, so ityadigalai inge anusandipadu. So ityadigalai, etc., such quotations, here inge anusandipadu. We shall meditate upon that. We shall repeatedly understand the meaning. Anusandhanam is what we call simhavalokanam in Sanskrit. That is what we call review. Again we say, go back to your text and try to understand more. So நிலை வரம்பில் பல பிறப்பாய் ஒளிவரும் முழுநலம். I think this also is Divya Prabandha of Alvar. It should be Nammalvar. I think in future, Yashoda Swami will give me of course, he has given already the Pancharatra Raksha and so Rahasya Sikhamani. Also, I have a book. So remind me in the WhatsApp to prepare beforehand. I think I should not be blamed by you because I'm supposed to be acting as a leader. I'm acting as a leader. And therefore, so Nilai Varambil. So it can be said in the status. Nilai means status. Varambil is the limit of the status. In the limit of the status. So what does he do? Palaperapai. Both of us, the Lord Sriman Narayana and the individual souls, are born. You can say Lord Narayana is also born in the sense he takes a lot of forms. We can't say he is born, but generally we say Rama was born to Kausalya, Krishna was born to Devaki. In case of Krishna's birth to Devaki, it was a miracle, whereas Kausalya's giving birth to Rama was very natural, as natural as a human being. 12 months of pregnancy in the womb, and therefore we need not say he incarnated in the belly of Kausalya.
இதுதான் ஆவிர்பாவம் சுவாமி. இதுதான் ஆவிர்பாவம் சொல்றேன்.
இல்ல ஆவிர்பாவங்கிறது அப்பியரன்ஸ். அதுக்கு தாயாருக்கும் பரமசிவனும் அண்ணன் பரமசிவனுக்கும் தான். So we never say Avirbhavaha. For example, even Parashurama Avatara, a little known Avatara during the incarnation of Rama, number one. Vamana Avatara, for example, in subduing the power of Bali, Mahabali Chakravarti. And then Narasimha Avatara only on one evening. I'm getting the span of Avatara getting reduced. Parashurama Avatara, a little. Still little less Vamana Avatara. Again, what you call microscopic Avatara was Narasimha. Of course, we do not know about anything else very deeply also. For example, Matsya Avatara, it remained between two yugas, in the sense, two kalpas. So after the Kali Yuga is over, again there was a lull, Lull, in the creation. After some time, because after Mahaplaya, great deluge, Lord takes a little more time to create again or recreate again. And therefore, Matsyavatara is also, it's a little long, which we do not understand also very deeply. Whereas Rama being a human being and Krishna being almost similar to a human being, then we are able to understand a little more. And there are so many books which tell us the story. Srimad Bhagavatam, Mahabharatam for Krishna, and so on. So here, then Matsyavata Kurmavatara also. It is also a small time incarnation in order to save the earth from the clutches of the demon Hiranyakashipu. Then Varahavatara also redeeming the earth goddess. So there are Kurmavatara, I think, from Hayagriva, demon Hayagriva, scriptures were saved, and so on. So all these are all, of course, small incarnation in the sense time span is very less. But again we say, Lord Shimanarana was born as a fish, was born as a boar, wild boar, was born as a turtle, and so on, was born as Lakshmi Narasimha from the pillar of Hiranyakashipu, and so on. Hiranyaksha was killed by Varahavatara. And then Olivaru Murunala. The only difference between the individual souls, namely us, and the Lord Srimanarayana is this Olivaru Murunala. All welfare is attached to the Lord, and he is effulgent, bright, Olivaru Murunala. No defect happens to the Lord. Olivaru Murunala. Olivaru is Lord Srimanarayana gives light to others. It is not because we will try to give light, but it may not be able to give light. Light cannot, prakasha, light. The effulgence cannot give anything to the Lord. Lord has to give a light to other things. So Olivaru, a light emanates from the Lord, and that will be very good, complete in all respects. No problems. There will be no problem for the Lord. இப்படி இச்லோகத்தால், so shlokam is referred to here, maybe it's only Sharanyan. Sharanyan is one who is fit to be surrendered to, one who can give succor, one who can grant shelter. That is called, who is fit to give refuge. He is called Sharanya. Goddess is called Sharanya. And he is Siddhobhaya Bhutaha. He is already ready for granting. We only delay our time to get it from him, whatever it be, moksha or whatever it be. So upaya, he is also upaya and upeya. Therefore, he is also the means to approach. He is also the goal to reach. And siddha, ready. Siddha is successful. Bhuta is ready. He is already available. Siddha is successful. We need not suspect whether his moksha boon will go a waste, will be futile. So you need not suspect it. That is very good. So very successful, highly successful. Siddha, upaya, the means, and bhuta. Already available. It is at hand. Now what should we do? Ivanude vashikaranarthama. We must attract him. We must attract him. He need not attract us. We must attract him. Vashikarana artham. For the sake of, artham for the sake of, vashikaranam. Influencing him. We must influence him. He will not refuse to get influenced. Please remember that. So sadhyaman adhikari. So we are all to become qualified. Adhikari. We must become qualified. What kind of qualification? Sadhyaman adhikari. We must be qualified to achieve success. Then we must know how to achieve success, how to make ourselves qualified, fit for getting success. So we must say kritya visheshati. So we must know what are our special duties. what our special duties are, we must know. Kritya Visheshati. How do you understand our duties, special duties to be performed? You must read scriptures. Shruti, Smriti, Halil, Prasiddhi, Totra. It's very popular. All the injunctions in scriptures are very popular, all known by all, the whole world. Today, I met tailor. Today I met a tailor. I had something to get from him, what you call stitching. So the tailor said, whatever is granted by the Lord, I will earn. That is my earning. If he doesn't want me to earn, what can I do? I said, you are talking very high philosophy, which I, with great difficulty, studied texts and trying to transfer the knowledge to others through electronic gadgets. He says very simple philosophy, simple and correct and pointed philosophy. So what do we understand? Shruti? So the money that we earn, the wealth that we possess, is already decided by the Lord. So Shruti Smriti Halil, Prasiddhi Totra. So Prasiddhi, popularity. So Lord helps us to understand the popularity of the sentences in scriptures and the shlokas, verses in Smritis. Smriti is in the form of shlokas. And Anuvada Rupamana Vakyatale Katu. Now we say we don't understand scriptures, we don't understand Smritis, they are difficult in Sanskrit language. Even it is translated into Tamil, our Tamil mother tongue, again it will be very difficult. So Anuvada Rupamana Vakyatali. Again, further explanation is given by translation. Anuvada. Somebody explains very in simple terms both scriptures and smritis. Smriti meaning books that need memorization. Anuvada Rupamana Vakyatale Kati Parasvikaram Pandina Tanuடைய Krityamaha. Now look at the word Parasvikaram. Para, you look at the word para. That's very important. Lord doesn't mind receiving anybody, number one. Therefore, there is no enemy for him. And even if individual souls are indifferent towards him, he then doesn't worry. He doesn't bother. He invites them. And once the individual soul surrenders, the word bhara in Sanskrit will be fourth letter ba, aspirated consonant. Then he removes the burden of the people, both merits and sins. And he has accepted those burdens, the burdens of merits and demerits. And Bharasvikaram, we can, because it is in Tamil, we can take it in any way, by either the number one letter or the fourth letter, unaspirated or aspirated. But again, we must, of course, understand Swami Deshika's mind also. So we can also interpret it in different ways like this. Namely, enemy is accepted, number one. Somebody unknown is accepted, one who is indifferent. Thirdly, all people, all others are accepted. And then fourthly, the burden of merits and sins are accepted. That means by accepting these sins and merits, he dissolves them. He removes them. So, Parasvikaram Pandina, he has already done it. Because in Varaha Avtara, he has assured us. So, Tannude Krityamaha, as his own duty, Tannude Krityamaha, what is his duty? This is a problem for us. So, we say, we are not ready to be born again. We don't want another birth. We do not remember what we were. How many births did we have? We do not know. Now, having become a human being and trying to understand the concepts very well, then we understand that there should be no birth in future. And while we understand that principle, Lord is so compassionate that He protects us in every birth. Willy-nilly, Willylny, willy-nilly, that means without our volition, without our control, without our liking, we get into a lot of births, myriad births, myriad, myriad births. We get into, fall into a lot of births unknowingly, unwittingly. Without our own knowledge, we jump into another birth, and in that case also, He protects us. Lord saves us. Kathu, Kathu, He is already protecting us in every birth. Janma Janmantaram, Shanma Shanmantaram, Tamil. So Janma is Sanskrit, Shanma is Tamil. So Shanma Shanmantaram Kathu, in all births we are protected. இத்தியாதிகளில் சொல்கிறேன். Again, this should be a quotation from Nala 4000 Divya Prabandha. Sarva Anishta Nivartanatayam. As we said earlier, Bharasvikaram Panina means he has taken into his own responsibility our merits and demerits. That means sins have been also removed. The merits also are not there. And so what does he do now? Sarva Anishta Nivartana. So he withdraws us from bad path, unliked path. Everything. Sarva Anishta Nivartana. So we are made to follow strictly the injunctions of the scriptures, the instructions of the scriptures. We are made good people in the sense we are made good people. So nothing untoward happens anymore. Again, whatever we didn't like, meaning bad qualities, they don't get attached to us. So Sarva Anishta Nivartanam happens, that is, we are blemishless, we are faultless, then Parama Purushartha Prapanam. So Parama Purushartha Prapanam is the highest goal. So Parama Purushartha is moksha, beatitude, emancipation, freedom from birth and death. So Prapanam, he makes us reach. Prapanam is he makes us reach. It's a causative form that, because Lord only can do that. Though we aspire for moksha, we cannot get it by ourselves. So with the help of the Lord, by making efforts, we reach the status of emancipation. So Paramapurushartha Prapanati. Prapannan Tiratil. In the case of a surrenderer, in the case of a surrenderer, Prapannan Tiratil. Vashi Totra. Vashi, difference. Vashi means difference. Not Tamil Vashi. Vashi means read, padi. So Vashi here difference. Totra. So having understood our difference, we will have to understand the difference. What is the difference? So difference between Sarva Anishta Nivartanam, Parama Purushartha Prapanam. These are the two aspects between which we must understand the difference. Now the point here is, once Anishta Nivartanam is over, then we are likely to get the moksha without any difficulty. Jnanan moksha. Bhagavad Gita, Jnanan moksha. While we get the wisdom, the moment that we realize, we will have moksha. But there is a difference. Now Vedanta Deshika says there is a difference. There is a difference of time gap. So instead of getting to the goal of emancipation, then so you have Uttara Shloka. Uttara Shloka is the second one, the second half. The second half, in the sense, there are two verses, two couplets are there, they are called Yugmam. So the second part of the twin shlokas. The second part of the twin shlokas, you must remember this Uttara Shloka part. Uttara doesn't mean answer, Uttara doesn't mean better here, Uttara doesn't mean loft, L-O-F-T. Uttara doesn't mean up, or Uttara doesn't mean north here. The Uttara Shloka Tala meaning in the latter, L-A-T-R, latter shloka, we understand this. So you know the popular Charama Shloka of Lord Varaha. So Tataha Tam Riyamana. Tatastam. It is separately written in Tamil without the conjunction. So it should be Tatastam. Yes must be there. So otherwise we say split and read Tataha Tam. Tataha then, Tam him. Who is him? He is a special him, individual soul. We are not talking of every individual soul. We are talking of a particular individual soul. What does he do? Mriyamanam. He is dying. He is dying. Mriyamanam. It's a present tense, present continuous verse. Now. He is dying. Now. Tam Mriyamanam. Tu, but, though he is dying. Tu means but. Here it means though. Though he is dying. At the time of death. The life has not ebbed out immediately. Slowly coming out. The air stops. The five pranas, pancha pranas, are getting reduced. The blood becomes a clot, solidified. There's a process, time gap is there. When you touch a dead body of a person, you feel the heat also. You feel the heat. The heat subsides only later, little later. Not in, of course, hours and minutes, but in seconds. You can feel the touch and then see that it is warm. Not 98.4 degrees Fahrenheit, but a little less. Warm body is it. But how does he behave? Kashtha Pashana Sannipam. He is like a log of wood. Kattai Tamil, Sanskrit Kashtha. So Kashtha is wood, log of wood. We are not talking of stone here, but the next word is stone. Pashanam is stone. Pashanam is not poison as we say in Tamil. Elip Pashanam, which is given to the rat to die. That is not. So Pashanam means stone. Shila means stone. Tamil Shilai சொல்றோம் statue. ஆனால் Sanskritல Shilana stone. Shila means stone. Upalaha means stone. UPALA. Upalaha means stone. Gravaha is stone. GRAAVA. Visarga at the end. Gravaha means stone. Which is say in Tamil in English we use a gravel. Gravel road and so on. The Sanskrit words are used in English and Tamil. So Kashta Pashanam. Pashanam is stone. Sannibam. Nibam itself means equal. Sannibam is highly equal. Congruently similar. Namely, wood doesn't move. Wood has no feelings. The stone has no movement. The stone has no feelings. It remains inert. It remains idle. No life is seen. So Kashta Pashana Sannibam. So a man, an individual soul, is dying and lying down like he cannot even sit. He cannot even do anything else. So only lying down because of the weight gain by the blood becoming solid. The liquid becomes solid. So Kastabhashani Sandhimam, he has to lie down. So what does he say? What does he do? Aham smarami. I remember him. I remember him in the sense I remember all the individual souls who died. Because he is devotee, my devotee, Mat Bhaktam. He was not, the individual soul was not ready to die. But because of his karma, he died. And therefore, Mad Bhaktam. So my devotee. He has been meditating on me throughout his life. Or he was like just Ajamela, said my name at the end of his life, Narayana. Out of the 10 sons, the last son was named Narayana. And at the end of his life, he cried Narayana. Only once he said, he is Mad Bhakta. So he is my devotee. Nayami, I take him, I lead him. Paramam Gatim, to the highest abode. This has been, but still, for those who have not attended the previous session and those who do not know at all the Charama Shloka of Varaha, this will be helpful. Otherwise, now we analyze each word. So, Tataha Ingira Padatil. Tataha means then. Tataha means therefore. Tataha means hence. Tataha means so. So after Tataha means afterwards. So Ingira Padatil. Now, after what you will understand. After what? Why so? Why hence? Why therefore? If you give a question to these words, then you will understand. Smaranam hetuvaha endru porulanam. That means the individual soul, man or woman, don't take it as only man. So man or woman. So the man or woman has already worked for emancipation. He has already meditated on the Lord many times. He was a true devotee. He was a staunch follower of the Lord. Remember all these things. Remember all his good attitudes. Therefore, smaranam hetuva. Therefore, our Lord is remembering. Again, we go back to the other two sentences of the Pancharatra Raksha, where Raksha Peksham Apekshate Aprarchitaha na Gopayet. From Pancharatra. If you don't request him, you won't be protected. Aprarchitaha na Gopayet. Raksha Peksham Apekshate. He expects, Lord expects us to ask for protection. With these two, Smaranam is possible. Lord remembers us. So at the time of the death of an individual soul, at the time of the death of an individual soul, Smaranam, remembrance of the Lord should be a resultant effect for the activities, good activities done by the devotee, the dead devotee. That is what we mean tataha. After all the births, you can say, after all the births and after all the time of this birth, either as a human being or anything, animal, any living beast, pets, anything. So, smaranam hetuva. Lord is very compassionate, very sympathetic, feels pity over the individual soul and remembers him. And there should be a cause for his memory, and therefore that we should be the cause for his memory. ஹேதுவாக என்று பொருளானால் இதற்கு ஒரு பிரயோஜனம் இல்லை. Now another shade of meaning is, if we don't remember him, if we have not done anything with regard to his worship, we have done nothing to adore him, even then Lord remembers. So second meaning, look at the beauty of Vedanta Deshika's presentation. ததஹா என்கிற பதத்தில் ஸ்மரணம் ஹேத்துவாக என்று பொருளானால், meaning based upon the good activities of the individual soul before his death may become the reason for his memory, capital H, his memory, then Lord is not sympathetic. Lord is not graceful. Lord is not merciful. Therefore, இதற்கு ஒரு பிரயோஜனம் இல்லை. It is not a business contract between the individual soul and the Lord. Lord thinks of him even when he rejects him. So don't think that the memory of the Lord is the result of the, namely cause, namely meditation or upasana or puja, the worship, the Tiruvaradhanam, the adoration by the individual soul. Even if the individual soul has not done anything, an iota of devotion, then prayojana, this is the tataha, means smaranam is aprayojana. Memory of the Lord is useless. Useless in the sense purposeless. Lord should be so sympathetic that he must grant us even when we are astray, when we don't do anything. Antima smriti nasti, yes. Not only Antima smriti, even I have not studied Mukundamala, Krishnatadiya, Padapangaja, Panjarantam, Adyaivame Vishatu Manasa, Rajahamsaha. I didn't study these lines. அப்போதைக்கு இப்போதே சொல்லி வைத்தேன் அரங்கத்தரவணை பள்ளியானே. I didn't study Periyalvar. In spite of it, if the Lord remembers us, that is his greatness. Now, தம் என்கிற அளவாலும் இது தோற்றும் இப்படி. Now let us take this way. Instead of tataha, tatastam, tam is there, him meaning the individual soul. It points out the individual soul. So I ask you to carefully understand this one. So tam meaning someone who is dying. Someone meaning, how can you remember someone? How can the Lord remember someone? So someone is familiar, number one. Someone is so great. Tam meaning indescribably a great person who is dying. Tam means him, a peculiar him, a special him, an extraordinary him, meaning Madbhaktam, combined with Madbhaktam in the second line. So what do we understand here is, ஸ்மரணத்திற்கு பின்பு என்று தாத்பரியம் கொண்டாலும் மிகுதியாம். It is not an exaggeration. மிகுதியாம். தமிழ்ல சொன்னா மிகை இல்லை. It is not an exaggeration that we will understand the essence of Lord's quality, namely pity, sympathy, grace, compassion. This way, tataha meaning then, after what meaning, when you say afterwards, mean after what when you give a question, then after the smaranam of the Lord. Meaning, when Lord remembers us, after Lord remembers us, he died. This is better, no? This is better meaning. Lord remembers us. He remembered us earlier. And then only the man dies. So the memory of the Lord is continuous. I want you to understand. The memory of the Lord is perennially continuous. He never forgets us and he never remembers us again. He always remembers us. That should be our understanding. So let us understand the essence as Tatparyam, the quintessence as Tataha meaning after Lord remembers us. Smaranathirku pindu. Now understand, after smaranam, maranam. Not after maranam, smaranam. It's very simple to understand in rhyming words. After the individual reaches maranam, Lord remembers smaranam. No. Before Maranam, before the individual soul dies, Lord remembers him, Smaranam. So we say Navavida Bhakti, we say Shravanam. So first word is Shravanam, hearing. So Lord has got 9 types of bhakti towards us. So you can assure yourself that Shravanam Kirtanam Jivasya, you can say Vishnoho. There should be 2 letters only. So Vishnoho Smaranam. You can take it this way. So Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoho, not Vishnoho, Jiva Smaranam. In that way, you should take all the 9 types of devotion. Lord is devoted to us. Ahil Ennil. Ahil en Ennil. Next question. What if, whether he has affection towards us or not, whether he has grace towards us, sympathy towards us, compassion towards us or not, what is the significance of after his memory the death occurs, or after death occurs the memory also occurs, his memory occurs? Now this is where we are going to the Andavan Sampradaya, within the Vadagalai Sampradaya, namely Artha Prapatti. There is another category called subdivision called Artha Prapatti. So we will take it up in the next session. And Artha Prapatti is, Solana.
Actually, unless you request for Saranagati, he will not give any Saranagati to Prapanna. You have to go and request him, you please give me salvage. Similar way. One minute. Complete பண்ணிறேன். In the similar way, without doing anything or without any belief on him, if you die, he cannot remember anything what you did. You have not done anything, so he cannot have remembrance on you. So you will not get the benefit there. There also, unless you request for and realizing what all you have done, the wrong things, and realize it and come back, if you request for it, you will be getting. If you are not requesting, you continue to do the same thing, you will not be given.
Very good. Accepting your argument, what I want to say is, we highlight the quality, the best quality of the Lord, that even without the individual soul doing anything, Lord blesses us. Number 1. Number 2, what you said is right. And he directs us, he guides us, he enthuses us, he encourages us, he compels us to do something towards him. That's what you also said. So even there, he gives a guidance. He directs us. He gives instructions. He shows the path. And therefore we do. And secondly, we need not worry. That's what Vedantesha says. We need not worry because we have not done anything. And you said after death we are not going to remember what we did. No, there is a remembrance. There is a slight memory. And the subconscious mind, you will remember in the next birth what you did, whether good or bad. It is there in your memory. Samskara is there. Tradition is there. Your father was a good man, therefore you are a good man. And that is because you are a good man, your son is also a good man. In the sense, what I want to say is the samskara continues. It is latent impression of your mind. It continues. Please remember that it continues. Though we do not actually remember what happened, what good deed we did or what bad deed we did. We do not know, we do not remember anything, but there is a slight indication that you do many things good today. Otherwise, your samskara will be absent. Your samskara, by your absence of samskara, you will not do anything again. If you have not done anything again in the previous birth, and you will not in this birth, if you are not doing, if you are doing good things, then there must be an iota of samskara there. Praktana, the previous latent impression is there, and therefore we are doing good things. Our attachment towards goodness will be only available only because of samskara, and that is by birth also. I'm also surprised at Keshavada Swami's what you call indulgence. I'll tell you indulgence. Involvement in trying to understand the godly things, divine concepts. Meaning he must have, his ancestors must have been so orthodox. He must trace, if possible. For example, a religion out of India, I'm not mentioning the religion. There are two religions out of India. If you look at the people, there are only 4 generations so far who have become some other religious people. Apart from Sanatana Dharma, if they are different from Sanatana Dharma, there are only 4 generations. Your great grandfather was converted. Otherwise, no, you are not a real original non-Hindu, non-Sanatana. He sometimes gets surprised when a non-Sanatana Dharma student learns Sanskrit very well and gets first mark in the first rank in the state. It happened. We say a non-Sanatana Dharma got the first rank in the state. No, it is because of his samskara already available 4 generations earlier. That's what I mean. So, I mean, here the stress is upon the maximum mercy of the law. That is the 100% or 200%, 2000% of the mercy of the Lord. That is what we want to say. Vedanta Deshika is intentionally telling us. He drives the point home by saying, Lord is so merciful. That is, I mean, I don't say we should not do anything towards meditation and so on, so that because Lord will protect us at any cost. We also blame him because you created us, you protect us. That is the. So I think I understand your argument, and see, that is why the Sanskrit Bhagavad Gita's words are there. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate. Why should we undergo so many births in order to get wisdom? Why doesn't he grant us immediately, now and today? So we are undergoing a lot of births. Because we are born as a human being after a lot of births only. That's what everybody says. Shastram also says it. Sometimes they give an exact number also. 3 lakhs odd births we had. We have become a human being. Why? Because of His grace. That is what. So, totally, He is graceful. His grace incarnate. His compassion embodiment. He is a representation of the sympathy. So there is no. Otherwise, we will not be happy here. I mean, whatever happiness that you have, 50%, 60%, 40%, or 90%, our happiness is due to Him. Our sadness is due to
Karma.
our own
Karma.
demerits.
Now, one more.
So don't.
Shruti gives clear instructions for human beings to adopt, and it is by God. Vedam of his own rules, only Shastra. Vedam is nothing but Shastra. But he spread it through this Ramayana, Mahabharata, like that. But with all that, still people are knowingly not following. He is not leaving them. He is within the conscious of him, Antaryami. He guides him. Still, he go from the birth, the karma when he continually follow him to get his clutches into his fold. That is, he is not just leaving the soul as a stay. The staying is only because of karma, but still, he every moment he watches him, he guides him, either Shastra or of his own conscience or Antaryami. Still, there is, that's what this says. With all his chances, he is not realizing. So, there is no other goal. He wants to continue in his own run. Well, he is waiting for a day. Definitely, what he thinks, he is hoping that that fellow will come back.
That is the last sentence. That is your last sentence. Waiting and hoping.
Yes,
He waits and he hopes. We don't hope. We don't wait.
No. He does not want anybody to leave. He wants to take them in his touch and he wants to make them straight. And he should come to his original place. The soul should reach the original destination from where he comes from.
Now, regarding your point, namely good point, namely Antaryami, as Antaryami, should he not give clear instructions? Yes, he has given clear instructions. I give you 2 sentences. He said Satyam Vada in Taittiriya Upanishad. We don't understand. What is Satyam Vada? Speak the truth. Then even after reading Satyam Vada, Dharmanchara, we always tell lies. Then he says again, Satyanna Pramaditavyam, Dharmanna Pramaditavyam. He gives a negative sentence instruction. Don't stray away from truth. Don't go away from the truth. Satyanna Pramaditavyam. Don't get confused with the untruth. You must say only untruth. What do we follow? We don't follow. Why don't we follow? Because of our karma again. And therefore, he saw, he does it. And some of us are in a hurry to get the moksha, for example. That is what we are going to discuss next, Artha Prapat. See, when Srinivasa Rajagopalan Swami sees others doing a lot of what we call wrong things, we understand. We also unknowingly do. And therefore, again, what we say, the solution is, a time will come. Kalaha Uttaram. That is the Sanskrit Shastra answer. Shastraic answer is Samayaha cha Uttaram. The answer is time. He himself is time. Lord himself is time. And to say, as you said, to go back to our destiny, the soul where we came from, namely Vaikuntham say. We will go back only when he wills. There is a difference. So when he wills, he can make us anytime mukta, a release.
No, it is not his will, Swami. It is your will, because when you derail from the Shastra and do's and don'ts not followed, the karma comes in the picture. He is not allowing you. He never allow you to do wrong things. He wanted you to be in the good as a good soul, and every time, every minute, he is waiting for everyone to come back. But your karma comes when you are not following the rules. When the rules are disobeyed, the karma comes. The karma continue to be there as long as you are not following the Shastra.
Now this is the solution for all you said. Prapatti, surrender, total surrender. It is a panacea for all ills. And Prapatti should be believed. Prapatti, we should have faith in Prapatti, and he should save us. That's all. The karma, what you said, Sanchitam, Agami, and Prarabdham, all are nullified. Why do you say karma again and again? Though we suffer because of our karma, when do these karma will get finished? That's the question. And that question is in his will, not our will, our efforts. You say, I accept our efforts, not our will. There is no separate freedom for us. Our freedom is limited. Our liberty is curtailed. Whereas his will works. His will acts. Bhagavad Sankalpaha, we say it in Sanskrit.
அடியேன் அடியேன்
Nothing.
ஒரு ஹலோ அடியேன் அடியேன் எனக்கு ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம். அன்னைக்கு கூட வந்து சுவாமி சொன்னார், இந்த மாதிரி குழந்தைகள்லாம் எனக்கு குழந்தைகளுக்கு நான் பண்ணிட்டேன், அதுங்களுக்கு தெரியவே தெரியாது இருக்கும்போது பண்ணிட்டார் அப்படிங்கிற பகுனாம் ஜென்மனாமந்தே ஞானவான் மாம் பிரபத்தியதேன்னு சொல்றதுக்கு காரணமே அதுதானே. அவ வந்து எத்தனை ஞானிகள் வந்து எவ்வளோ ஜென்மம் எடுத்து அவளுக்கே தெரியல. அப்புறம் தானே அவளும் சரண்டர் பண்ணாதான் வந்து அவளுக்கும் மோட்சம் இல்லையா?
இல்ல அதுக்கு சொல்றாவா ஞானான் மோக்ஷான்னு சொல்றா. ஞானி து ஆத்மைவே மே மதம், ஞானி து ஆத்மா ஏவ மே மதம்.
அத்வைத்தம் இல்லையா? அது அத்வைத்தம்
இல்ல. அது நான் என்ன சொல்றேன், நம்ம சித்தாந்தத்துல ஞானவான் மாம் பிரபத்தியதே அப்படிங்கிறது, மாம் பிரபத்தியதே அவருக்கு எப்ப கிடைக்கிறா, எப்படி கிடைப்பா? சரண்டர் ஆனாதான் அப்ப அவனுக்கு கிடைப்பா.
சரி,
ஞானவானா இருந்தா கூட
நம்ம சிவைஷ்ணவ சம்பிரதாயத்துல நம்ம 2 பேரும் வேறதான், பெருமாளும் நாமளும் வேறதான். ஆனா என்ன சொல்றா பகவான் கிருஷ்ணன், ஞானி து ஆத்மா ஏவ மே மதம், he is my soul. அதாவது லார்ட் நாராயணா, சிவநாராயணா is the body, the soul is ஞானி, the wise man. இப்ப என்னன்னா நாம என்ன கான்செப்ட்னா, our body, we don't say our body, second body is his body, and the soul is Antaryami, is he. That's what we say. The whole world is his body, and he is everywhere available, and therefore he is a soul to everything. தமிழ்ல சொன்னாதான் கொஞ்சம் புரியும். உயிர், எல்லாத்துக்கும் உயிர் அவன் தான், உடல் தான் நாம. அப்படி இருக்கும் பொழுது நீங்க சொன்னது ரைட் தான், என்னன்னு இல்ல. அதாவது ஞானவான்மான் பிரபத்தியத்தைன்னு சொல்லச்சே, ஞானவான்மான் பிரபத்தியத்தைன்னு சொல்லச்சே, ஞானி தனி, பெருமாள் தனி தான். அது ஓகே. ஏன்னா there are 2 people only. பட் ஞானி து ஆத்மேவ
என்ன அர்த்தம்? ஞானவான் மாம் பிரபத்தியதேங்கிறனா என்ன அர்த்தம்?
அதான் ஒருத்தர் வந்து இன்னொருத்தர் காலில் விழுறார். 2 பேர் தான், 2 பேர் தான். நமக்கு ஸ்ரீவிஷ்ணு சம்பிரதாயத்துல 2 பேரும் ஒன்னும் ஆக முடியாது, அத்வைத்தம் ஆக முடியாது.
இல்ல நான் என்ன சொல்றேன், என்ன இது லிட்டரல் அர்த்தம் என்னன்னாக்க, பகுனாம் ஜென்மனாம் அந்தே ஞானவான் மாம் பிரபத்தியதேங்கிறது அடையறான்னு அர்த்தமா?
ஆமா, அடைகிறான் இல்லையா?
அடைகிறான்
கூட இல்ல, சரணாகதி செய்கிறான்.
நான் என்ன சொல்றேன், அவனுக்கும் சரணாகதி பண்ணோம், எல்லாம் தெரிஞ்சிருந்து சரணாகதி பண்றான். அப்ப கடைசியில நம்ம அதனாலதான் இந்த சரணாகதின்னு நம்ம வச்சிருக்கு. என்ன தப்பு பண்ணாலும் நம்மளால அந்த தப்பெல்லாம் நம்ம பண்ணாம இருக்க முடியாதுங்கிறதுனாலதான் இந்த சரணாகதின்னு ஒண்ணு வச்சிருக்கான் இல்லையா? இதுல குழந்தைகளுக்கு தெரியணும் அதெல்லாம் வேண்டுமே. அது ஆச்சாரிய கிருபையினால எல்லாம் கிடைச்சிடுறது. இந்த ஜென்மத்திலேயே எல்லா பாப புண்ணியங்கள்லாம் அனுபவிக்கணுங்கிறது.
an intelligent child can understand everything.
ஆச்சாரியன் கிருபைங்கிறது இருக்கிற போது கர்மா ஆல்சோ இஸ் ரோல் இல்லையா? நீங்க ஆச்சாரம் கிருபை வந்து
அனுபவிச்சுதான் இந்த ஜென்மத்திலேயே எல்லா
அப்படி இல்ல. அப்படிங்கிற போது பிரபத்தி பண்ண சரணாகதி பண்ணதுனால you cannot deviate from karma.
இல்ல அதுல எஸ்கேப்பே கிடையாது. பாபம்
அப்படிங்கிற போது
புண்ணியத்தை வேணா
One
இல்ல
at a time.
புண்ணியத்தை வேணா நீங்க வந்து பெருமாள் சமர்ப்பணம் பண்ணலாம். பாபத்தை நீங்க அனுபவிச்சுதான் ஆகணும். இதே ஜென்மத்துல எல்லா பாவத்தையும் அவன் கொடுத்துடுறான்.
அதுல கூட
இல்ல
சரணாகதி இல்ல சரணாகதி இல்ல 1 minute சுவாமி ஆடியன்ஸ். சரணாகதி பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறமும் ஏதோ ஒரு பாவங்கள் பண்ணா அதையும் அவர் என்ன பண்றார், அதை எப்படியாவது மைனஸ் பண்ணி ஆகணும். பிகாஸ் நெல் பேலன்ஸ் சொல்லி டு கோ தேர், அப்படிதான் அவனுடைய ரூட்டே. அப்படிங்கிற போது அப்படியே ஏதாவது பண்ற போது சப்போஸ் பிராய்ச்சித்தவரை பத்தி அதையும் தாண்டி ஏதோ ஆச்சுன்னு அப்ப என்ன பண்றார், he leaves to the your enemies. என்ன டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூஷன் பாருங்க அதுல. He takes everything, he gives every chance. அப்படிங்கிற போது கர்மாவனுடைய இது வந்து அனுபவிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் நீங்க அந்த ஸ்டேஜுக்கு போய் சரணாகதி வருது. குழந்தைக்கு this where I differ. குழந்தைகிட்ட you are not allowed him to live. You now allowed him. அந்த இதெல்லாம் வந்ததுக்கு because he got a very good fortune and he will enjoy it. He will go along with the God. அந்த 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 கான்சியஸ்லயே அவன் இருப்பான். He will definitely go there. But his karma is also a factor where you cannot deny it and you cannot change it. Even Bhagavan cannot change it. This is what my concept. Bhagavan cannot change the concept because he told it is your own made. Where I come in the picture. What you sow, you reap. That is how it is. Of course, I am certain things. My thinkings are totally different, whereas your belief is total with you, and you are right in your own way.
Right. என்னன்னா பிரபத்தி will solve all problems தான் நம்மளுடைய கான்செப்ட். பிரபத்தி will absolve all our sins. அதுதான் கான்செப்ட். Because Prapatti, suppose we don't have faith in Prapatti. No, suppose we don't have faith in Prapatti, we are finished. We are nowhere. We are lost. Because we want material benefits also of this earth, which is already given as a, what do you call, as a side effect, or rather what you call bonus, initiative for what do you call, PARK, P-E-R-K, for Prapatti. It is given there, Shastra says. Therefore, but our aim is to only get materialistic benefits through Prapatti also. And that is, but all sins are cancelled.
Swami, that cancellation comes only with your Purna Maha Vishwasata vartha, our number of it comes in the way. As long as Maha Vishwasam with you and he realizes that yes, he is the right soul, he wipe off the sins. It is like that. Not I did my Prapatti and so I am free. I can do it. Definitely it is not that my conscience is not accepting that, because your Purna Vishwasam is totally with you, which is taken care by Swami Bhagavan. Then he will think of wiping of this sins.
Yes, he wipes. W-A-I-V-E-S. Yes. Let us meet on only, maybe I will inform you on Friday, before Friday. That is Thursday, I will be informing you. And, I have been invited to judge teachers' presentation of projects. And therefore, from today afternoon, I am one of the judges to assess the quality of the papers presented by teachers.
Swami, உங்களுக்கு முன்னாடி ரங்கராஜன் இருந்தாரா?
எது என்ன?
சான்ஸ்கிரிட் ஹெட் ஆஃப் தி டிபார்ட்மெண்ட், சான்ஸ்கிரிட் நேஷனல் காலேஜ்.
எனக்கு முன்னாடி இவர் இருந்தார், சீனிவாசன் ஒருத்தர் இருந்தார். அவர் இப்ப டெல்லியில் இருக்கார். அவருக்கு முன்னாடி வந்து ஃபாதர் அமலதாஸ், ரெவரண்ட் ஃபாதர் அமலதாஸ் டி லிட்னு ஒரு பாதிரியார். அவருக்கு முன்னாடி E.S. போவராச்சாரியார்னு ஒரு தெங்கலை சுவாமி.
நீங்க நேஷனல் காலேஜ் தானே?
இல்ல சென்ட் ஜோசப்.
சென்ட் ஜோசப் தான். ஐ அம் டாக்கிங் அபௌட் நேஷனல் காலேஜ்.
நேஷனல்ல இல்ல சொல்றேன். நேஷனல்ல எஸ் பார்த்தசாரதிங்கர் was there. And previously T.K. Panjabakesan was there. Previous Patracharya was there. அவருக்கு முன்னாடி தெரியாது.
ஓகே ஓகே. ஏன் ஸ்ரீரங்கத்துல அவர் வடக்கு தெருல இருந்தார்.
அது வந்து எங்க காலேஜ்ல வந்து சுப்பிரமணியர் இருந்தார். எனக்கு முன்னாடி.
இல்ல உங்க இல்ல அவ காலேஜ் நேஷனல் காலேஜ்.
அவ காலேஜ்ல எஸ் பார்த்தசாரதிங்கார், வடக்கு சித்திர வீதி 79.
இருக்கு அவரது வடக்கில் தெங்கல் இல்ல.
ஆமா, தேங்கல்.
ஓகே ஓகே.
ஸ்ரீரங்கம் ஹரிகதா காலக்ஷேபம் சட்டகோபாச்சாரியார் சன்.
ஓஹோ, ஓகே ஓகே. அடியான். சாமி க்ஷமிக்கணும், நான் ஏதோ உங்களுக்கு அகைன்ஸ்டா பேசுறேன். வேணுகோபால்னா இல்ல இவர் ரகுராமன் ஜி, சாரி, டோன்ட் மிஸ்டேக் மீ.
இதெல்லாம் ஒன்றும் மிஸ்டேக்லாம் இல்லை. அதாவது we air our views and we agree to disagree.
No, because why I have this, most of the Prapannas, still they don't want to give up what they followed. So they continue to be there in the life and they feel that yes, I will get to my moksha. That's where my conscience is not accepting. That's what nothing in that. Of course, I am not talking about the children. Child, his interest, parents' interest is very good, excellent. You should let them, get them into the blue, right? But most of the Prapannas who undertook this, how far they are true to this principle, that's what my doubt.
See, proverb in English is, it is human to err. There is no human's perfectness at all. There is no human's perfectness at all.
But unless you are perfect, you cannot go to moksha. That is there. You cannot take English and you cannot make moksha. That's also there.
We have an escaping route, namely grace of the Lord.
Ramanujadaya Padram Jnana Vairagya Bhushanam Vedanta Desikam Kavitarkiga Simhaya Kalyana Gunasalina Srimate Venkatesaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha Adivashirobhanga Panchana Paragrama Sriman Venkatanatha Jastiram Vijayadanam Bhuvi Idondra Dopadu இல்லையா திருவேங்கடமுடைய ஓருதானே வயாதோ தரணியோ வாழ்வார்க்கு வாரேர கோமளவு வாழ்வு.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரம் ஞான வைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம்.
கவிதார்க்கிகசிம்ஹாய கல்யாணகுணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேஷாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமஹ. சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ